Hey, Shalom. First off, I want to start up by saying all praises, honor, and glory is due to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kakarash. It's all praises to the world calls God, whose true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh, by Hashem in the name of Yahushai, be in the name of the only begotten Son. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the hopeful elect preaching this word in truth and sincerity. I'm the brother Tazabah of the Great Millstone, Arizona camp. Lord will with another video to edify. And I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna get into this, man. Hey, bros, in the days we in, be ready, be extremely ready to be cold as fuck, right? And the reason I say this is because these women have gone far, and even these niggas in the world, man, there ain't nothing good about them. Like, there's the amount of wickedness that's in the earth, the amount of wickedness that these people promote, and the lack of accountability that's shown. Be ready to be extremely cold. Read the book of 2 Kings, the 6th chapter, when a woman ate her child. What the king said: "If the Most High don't help you, how shall I?" That's the mindset that has to start clicking.
Of a Christian black man talking about how to deal with black women. This will not be easy to hear.
Earlier to someone else, but I do want to stress this. There's nothing you can do outside of the black women we have right now that will make any significant change in our society. Once we see the root of evil, which is the black woman, we have to cut her out. You can't chastise her. You can't punish her. You can't discuss anything with her because she's made it blatantly clear that she does not care about you or your well-being.
And what the dude said right there is right, because you can't chastise the nigga woman, right? Even some of the Iskar fucked up too, but the so-called black woman, she's the most messed up, man. She's the chief of the tribe, chief woman of all the tribes. So she's going in wickedness even more than anybody else. And the scriptures tell you that let me get it. STRET. Isaiah 3 and 16. Moreover, Yahweh said, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go and making a tinkling with their feet. Right? That's that oh so proud stretched forth necks. Can't tell me shit attitude. Right? The scriptures talk about neither could they blush. Let's get that. This is Jeremiah 6:15. Now, not only are the women off in this aspect, but niggas too, right? In Jeremiah 6:15, it says, were they ashamed when they had committed abomination? Nay, they were not at all ashamed, neither could they blush. Therefore shall they fall among them that fall. At the time that I visit them, they shall be cast down, say Yahweh. And that's going to happen. That's going to happen. So the woman is 100%, the so-called Negro woman is fucked up. She ain't right.
About you or your well-being or what's best for you. She does not care about the rightness or the wrongness of anything. She just wants to win. She just wants what she wants. If the system isn't going to change, and it's not. If the female isn't going to change, and she's not. Who needs to change? Us. We do. We try.
And he didn't say nothing wrong. If she's not going to change, what are we going to say? Now, the nigga goes off in a minute, right? But even within that statement that he went off, there's some truth to it, right? So the Lord said, what? My voice Proverbs 8:4 says, unto you, O men, I call, my voices to the sons of men. Right? The flock of the Lord's pasture are men. So really, we don't need to worry about changing the fucking woman. Remember, the scriptures talk about how of 1,000, right? Going back in the Ecclesiastes, Solomon had found of 1,000 men, Solomon found one man righteous, but of 1,000 women, he did not find any righteous. This message is really for men, right? There's going to be some women that believe and cool, but ultimately this message is for men, right? Because once the men get in line, everything else falls in order.
We've tried everything. The only thing we haven't tried is violence, and we know that will actually succeed.
And it's true. The only thing we haven't tried is violence, because the Lord said what? He's going to send us out in the midst of the world as sheep. Matthew 10:16, he says, "Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves." It's not our job to get violent. That's the Lord's job. That's what he said. He said what? Vengeance is mine. Let's get that. Yeah, Romans 12:19, it says, "Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath." So when we take the low route, we're giving place unto wrath, for it is written, "Vengeance is mine," said Yahweh. Right? "Vengeance is mine, I will repay," saith Yahweh. So that's what we're supposed to do. This dude went off in that aspect, saying that we got to get violent. We're going to let the times get violent. The Lord got that set up.
And we know that will actually succeed. Historically speaking, it's always been the case. When you read the Bible, what does it tell you to do? All the women, take the younger females as your wives. That's how you rid the world. That will actually succeed. Historically speaking, it's always been the case. When you read the Bible, what does it tell you to do? All the women, take the younger females.
The Bible don't say delete all the women. It says the younger women, beloved as their husbands. The older woman is supposed to teach the younger women how to love their husbands. That's what it says. Salakia.
Your wives. That's how you rid the world of evil. That's how you control a population to the point where much of the evil within that population won't be passed down to the next generation. That evil doesn't pass from the father to the child. It passes from the mother to the child. And unfortunately,
I'm not going to play the rest of that bullshit. It's 9 minutes long. But this guy, people should check on him. The fact that you're out here saying that you need to unalive black women because the Bible told you so? This is why I'm so confused with black people subscribing to that bullshit. And black men wonder why black women are divesting faster than they have ever divested from black men.
Well, the nigger woman's divesting from the so-called Negro man because they hate us. That's as simple as that. They love the white man. When you go back in the book of Genesis, right, the woman had paradise. What did she do? She listened to the serpent, which said, thou shalt not surely die. So the woman was always against the man because they wicked. Now, the dude said in that video that the dude said a wrong statement. He said well, it's not really wrong because the women are the ones who have the access to the children, right? But here it is. The scriptures talk about what? She is cruel. Skip that. This is Job 39 and 12. It says, "Wilt thou believe him that bringeth home thy seed and gather into thy barn? Givest thou the goodly wings unto the peacocks, or wings of feathers?" No, that's not it. Yeah, here it is. Lamentation 4 and 3. It says, "Even the sea monsters draw out the breast; they give suck to their young ones. The daughter of thy people has become cruel. like the ostrich in the wilderness. The tongue of the suckling cleaveth to the roof of his mouth. For thirst the young children ask bread, and no man breaketh it unto them. But right there it tells you the women are the daughter of our people has become cruel, right? Like the ostrich in the wilderness. And how do ostriches raise their children? In the dust. And that's how the women have been for so long. But
It's 9 minutes long.
you can see the disingenuousness, and his woman got a problem because she already hates Jake. She already hates Judah. Because what did she say? She wants to rationalize the so-called divesting of the black woman from the man. Well, the men have been divesting from y'all for a minute because you fucked. Your mental's messed up. You ain't right. And really, the unaliving so-called black women, well, it's not only just going to be black women, it's going to be all the women of the tribes that ain't right. You go back to Ezekiel 9, right? And 4 it says, and Yahweh said unto me, go through the midst of the city and through the midst of Jerusalem and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abomination that be done in the midst thereof. And to the others he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, and mention a form of a woman twice. Why? Why did it do that? It says, but come not near upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. Right? There's going to be a lot of death that comes off the back of the judgment of the Lord in these days. Right? And for the most part, a lot of women are going to get it. A lot. There's more women in the earth for a reason. Right? There's a lot more women that are going to perish on this side than aren't. Right? Because really that wickedness that's in the earth, that all started with Eve. This is Sirach, or the Ecclesiastes 25 and 23. It says, a wicked woman abatteth the courage, maketh an heavy countenance, and a wounded heart. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress, and maketh weak hands and feeble knees. This is the black woman all the way. It says, of the women came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Right? So that wickedness did start out with the women. You go back into Genesis in the very beginning, and now it's just being carried forward. Now it's just unrighteous dealing. This is that generation that the scriptures speak of, and the woman that glories in trying to see the downfall of the so-called Negro. You gonna be in the worst spot. You gonna be in the same spot as them niggas. So what do you think this is? And what are you divesting to? The so-called white man, your enemy. Right? The scriptures talk about the Lord was going to turn your lovers. Let's get that. Let me see. This is Ezekiel 23 and 22. It says, therefore, Elohim, thus say Yahweh power, behold, I will rise up thy lovers against thee, whom thy mind is alienated, from whom thy mind is alienated, and I will bring them against thee on every side. And that's what's going to happen. So all this divesting bullshit, you're going to be in a worse spot, man. This ain't no game, man. Get ready to be cold as hell to these people, man. The woman, the men, and some of these wicked ass kids, bro. Because the Lord has a judgment geared up for them. Right? Shalom.